there everyone, thank you so much for coming back. Today I'm going to take you on a tour of a house that I've built here for two world travelers. They are a couple who lives here in this one-story, rather large house. It does have a basement, and this house can easily be converted into a two-story house as well, and it would make a pretty sizable house if you did that. So you can see here I've used some of the new doors, one as the garage door and a couple as exterior doors. You drive up the driveway here and you have a nice two-car garage here. And you can see the pug, this is their dog, coming out the garage right there. And I was able to place some chimneys on this one-story house. I figured out, by the way, that it's only a couple of the chimneys that you can't place on the one-story houses. So that's what the exterior looks like. You can see the couple out here. They are actually sitting out here on this front patio. So their names are Todd and Margot, and yes, I've named them after the characters on Christmas Vacation. But he is a pilot and she is a flight attendant, and they used to work on commercial airlines until they met and got married and ended up working for a billionaire who has his own plane and travels all around the world. So he chose Todd to be his pilot, and Margot, of course, comes along as the attendant on each flight. There they are. They had met at the airport on this bench, and just so happens this is also where he proposed to her, at the very same bench that they met at. After that, of course, they got married, and here they are on the billionaire's plane. And I can't help it, but every time I try to create something like this, it makes me laugh because I'm so terrible at it. But I had to put it on the video because I thought it was cute. But that's Todd there as the pilot, and Margot's in there as the flight attendant on the billionaire's plane. So that's the backstory behind Todd and Margot, but there's also someone else who lives in this house because remember, they're gone a lot. So let's take a tour of the inside. This is that beautiful front door. I absolutely love it. So this house is a little different from the way I usually decorate, but I love how it came out. So you have a lot of the teals and turquoises in here and the new rugs. And I love the sectional that we got, I believe, in the Family Furnishings event in here with this rug. And then I've used the new fireplace, put a couple of the new stools on either side. You have the tablet there. You can imagine maybe that's where they sit and make arrangements for their boss. And so that's the living area there. And that's this other view of the entrance. And then you come over here and you have a very simple dining area here with a couple of the tapestries there on the wall. And then I've just hung a mirror there in the middle of those two doorways. And then over here on this wall, I've put one of the newer decorations. It does look beautiful with the teal, but it would also look very pretty with any of the bluer colors that we have. And then we're going to take a look at the kitchen here. This is also a lot different than I normally do. You can see I've used the Latin wallpaper here as an accent wall. And there's the new paper towel holder. So with this house, what I wanted to do with it was I wanted it to look like they put things in it that they bring back with them from their travels. So you can kind of see the theme that I'm going with, like with the tapestries and the decor in the living room. And then in here in the kitchen, you saw the new cabinets and countertops. Here's one of those rolling carts with some appliances on it. And then there's a walk-in pantry here. And I've used this black wine fridge because maybe you could imagine that they bring back different types of wines from different countries that they come home from. So as they travel, they also get to stay at whatever resort, hotel, or house that the billionaire stays at, and they get to enjoy every place that he is just as if they were paying for it. So that's a definite perk to being his pilot and his flight attendant, is that they get trips, all expenses paid. They take care of his travel arrangements as well and everything to do with his trips. So they would use this room here, this little office and library room, to do that work in. So you have the desk there, a fireplace, a large bookshelf, and a globe. And then there is a small hallway here that leads you out to the garage, but there's also a door here that takes you into a half bath. You have your toilet on that side, and then on this side I thought I would try out that new little sink bowl on one of the new tables, and I couldn't put a mirror over it, so I put a full-length mirror in there. And then I put the little dog bowls here in the hallway, and you come out into the garage where you can see their beautiful cars. They are very well paid, so not only do they get to do all the things they get to do, but they get a very, very nice salary on top of it. So we have the pug bathtub out here, the vacuum, a coat rack, and then here is a little alcove here for the trash cans and a tool bench there. There's a door here that takes you into one of two laundry rooms in the home, and when we get to the basement, I'll explain that. So that's this side of the main floor. Now we're going to go and take a look at the bedrooms, but you come through the hallway and you can see where I placed the steps that goes down to the basement. And we're going to come out this door here, and as you saw before, they're out here enjoying themselves in between trips. They have the fire pit going out there, and then we're going to come on down the hall to the left into the master bedroom. I love how all of these colors look. I haven't used this bed in quite a while, but I wanted the gold to come out of the bedspread because of the gold on that black door. And then when you put it with the black lanterns and the black carpet, and then the little bit of black there in the fireplace, look how everything just sort of comes together. And then that bed color there on the actual headboard and footboard is brought out in the tapestry, and you see their little pug bed there by the fireplace. They have a door there that leads you to the patio as well, and then you have a corner little reading spot over here, or just a place to relax. And then you have a door that goes into the ensuite master bath. I'm loving that turquoise flooring, so I decided to put it in here with another one of those tapestries with the white tile wall for a lot of contrast, the very large shower, and then you just have your towel rack there and the sink, and then there's a door there that takes you into a tiny little toilet room, which unless I drop the walls you won't be able to see, but there you go. There's the toilet there. So that is the master bedroom, and as I mentioned before, there's also another door that takes you out here to an extra patio that just belongs to the master bedroom. Just a very simple patio back there because honestly the house took up the whole lot. So let's go to the end of the hall into Grace's room. So Grace is the lady who lives here full time. Because Todd and Margot are gone so often, Grace takes care of the home very well. She's also very well paid, and she also takes care of their little pug. So that's very important to them because this little pug is like their child. So in essence, she's really babysitting and being the little nanny for their dog. She has an ensuite to her bedroom as well. And that is the whole first floor here. And I'm going to take you down to the basement here in just a second, but I wanted to give you an overview of this layout. I really love the layout. This was a room by room build, by the way. I was actually going to make a 2-story mansion, and then I decided to leave it just like it is as a 1-story because I just fell in love with it the way it was. So let's go down here, and you do have options if you want to make it a larger family home and not a 2-story. You can make it this basement. So you have a full bathroom over here. This could be a bedroom, but in this house, this is the prep room for their trips. So Grace, and you'll see her here in just a few minutes, comes down here and takes care of the laundry and gets them packed. There's an ironing board here, there's a suitcase, there you have the laundry hamper, you have clothes racks over here, you even have a little clothes rack there for their pug, which is very cute, and then just some closet units there on that wall. But this could be a living room and dining room, and even a little kitchen there where the laundry is, because back here is a guest bedroom. So you have 2 bedrooms upstairs as it is and 1 bedroom downstairs. So it's already a 3-bedroom home. So that would be an idea, just to keep it as a 3-bedroom home. Or you could turn that laundry room, that closet, into a 4th bedroom, or turn the entire basement into a 1-bedroom apartment. So there are a lot of options with this house. And of course with basements, you can lay them out any way you want to. And they do not have to reflect the upstairs layout as if you were to put a 2nd floor on the house, because that would have to reflect layout in some way or another. So that's why I wanted to give you some options with the basement. I think it would make a cool little apartment down there myself, but as it is, as it's built, without the laundry room being a laundry room, this would make an excellent 4-bedroom home. So that is the basement there, and we'll come back up. And next I'm going to introduce you to Grace. So Grace is a very hard worker. She does all the cleaning, the vacuuming, especially cleaning up after the dog. She just wants to make sure that when Todd and Margot are home, that they are comfortable. She gets their coffee for them. She really takes good care of them because they have a very hard job. Even though they do get to enjoy their job, they still get very tired. She keeps perfect inventory of the pantry so she knows that when they're home, they'll have the meals they'd like to have. And you can see her here taking excellent care of their little pug. She gives him his bath. I just think this little pug bathtub is so cute. I know we've had this for a while, but it never gets old watching that little dog take a bath. But she does a lot of things around the house. She puts him to bed every night in his bed in Todd and Margot's room, even when they're not home. And she's very involved in the outdoor training of the dog as far as potty training and just making sure he gets lots of love and exercise when his mom and dad aren't home. And you can also see her down here in the basement feverishly getting them ready for their next trip. Not quite sure where they're going at this point, but she's getting all the clothes ready. She's getting them washed and ironed. And I even thought about maybe making a series about Todd and Margot's travels. So maybe I could build homes showing where they go visit. And that might be a pretty cool series to start. Let me know in the comments if you're interested in that. So let's take a look at where everything is, and remember the grid will be at the end of the video. So you walk around the garage into this great room here with the dining and living area. And then where should we go next? Let's go down here to where you go into the garage. So there's the little hallway, and you have the half bath here. And then you have the garage here with the alcove there, and then you walk into the first floor laundry room. And then over here is that study and library. And then coming back through the living room, you go over to the left into the kitchen, and there is a little breakfast table there, and then there is the pantry there. And we'll go down the hallway, and then to the right you have that front patio where you see them sitting outside enjoying themselves. And then we'll go down to the very end and look at Grace's room. It is also very simple, and her ensuite bath. And then the master suite here, the master bath, and the little private toilet room also. And then back here is the master patio, which, by the way, there is a sidewalk that wraps around to the pantry door. So now we'll go downstairs, and you just have the stairway area there. I meant to put a fish tank back there and forgot. And then you have the laundry area and the closet, which remember could be a bedroom, or it could be a living room, dining room, and kitchen. You saw the full bath there, and then the extra bedroom. So we mentioned all the options for the basement before, but that is the basement and the first floor. I, again, really love this layout, and I like the story behind it, and I kind of would like to do a series about Todd and Margot. So again, let me know in the comments. But if you want to make this a two-story, you can see it would make a very sizable mansion. But I decided again to keep it a one-story, and I'm glad that I did. Here are how some of the exteriors look. I think the brick looked very nice. And if you don't have this exterior, the new one, this one right here would give you almost the same look. I think that's from the French house. I'm not for sure. Let me know. And then just for fun, but no, I don't like those exteriors at all. Let's try this one. That would look pretty, especially with that chimney. And maybe something stone. I'm really loving this old stone lately. I think that looks really nice too. I would change the chimney out to maybe the black one if you use a stone exterior on it. And maybe let's try a blue. Maybe. That could look nice. And let's try like a gray. The gray looks really nice. Again, I would change the chimney probably to the black one. And let's try these two stones here. That one I like, but I think this last one right here would look even better. I think that's probably my favorite one besides the one that I chose. So just to give you an idea of what it would look like as a second story and with some other exteriors on it. Let me know if you liked this house. I really enjoyed building this house and I enjoyed making the story. So let me know by leaving me a like or a comment. I really would appreciate it, especially if you enjoyed this design. Thank you so very much for watching, and remember, the grid comes up at the end of the video if you're interested in recreating the build or even just using parts of it. Thank you guys so very much for watching. Love you guys. Take care, and I will see you in the next video.